pronouns. This will be my presentation on the idea of motivation and how it is explained in psychology. First off, what is motivation? Well, the former Oxford Dictionary, now Oxford Languages, defines motivation as the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. Psychology, however, defines motivation as a process, one that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behavior. So, why is there a difference? Why does it matter? Well, motivation in psychology does not just describe what is the motivating force, but also the reason behind it and how that influences behavior. Take Ivan Pavlov's conditioning experiment in the 1890s, shown here. A dog is trained to salivate at the tone of a bell. This experiment is considered the start of the study of motivation and the birth of behaviorism. What is behaviorism? Well, behaviorism is a theory of learning that states all behaviors are learned through interaction with the environment. Shown here is the pioneering leader of behaviorism, B.F. Skinner, and he popularized the theory of radical behaviorism. There are three types of behaviorism that most psychologists generally agree on: methodological, psychological, and analytical/logical. Methodological behaviorism looks to establish certainty within the psychology of behavior. It is only concerned with the capture and analysis of only the behavior and do not account for the mental state or thought process of the subject. Psychological behaviorism is considered a research program within psychology. It looks to explain behavior due to external stimuli and past experiences. Take, for example, the Pavlov experiment, and introduce the idea of reinforcements in psychology. Lastly, we have analytical/logical behaviorism. This theory looks to explain the reasoning behind behavioral concepts and is sort of the why of behaviorism. Shown here is a quote: "A person is not characterized by their behavior." Behaviorism does have its criticisms, however, from the other psychological schools of thought, and is often only used in animals now, and is no longer considered accurate for humans. Humanism rejects the scientific method of experiments and its validity on people, claiming it creates an artificial environment not replicable in the field, and, as it states, humans cannot be compared to animals. Psychodynamics criticizes behaviorism for not taking into account the idea of instincts and the subconscious mind. And finally, biological psychology criticizes behaviorism for not taking into account biological influences such as hormones and chromosomes and how they influence behavior. Why is this all important to learning? Well, behaviorism can be applied to the self when needed, like how we respond when angry on the road, and setting the parking brake in an automatic car. This cannot, however, be applied to a group of individuals when making an assumption as a whole. It can only be applied to one individual. Behaviorism can help students develop personal study strategies and find triggers that inhibit or promote motivation, like a favorite place to study, or time of day, and even what kind of writing instrument you use. Attached is my references. Feel free to look them up. Thank you for your time.